Welcome back to another episode of Investing Explained. Here's today's question. Relevant question, and it might surprise a lot of our listeners that more than 200 episodes into the Investors Podcast, we haven't been talking too much about brokers. And it might seem a bit weird since we talk about stocks all the time, so why not talk about the broker? Like, what's the platform you need to actually buy the stocks? But that process is actually very simple, and the choice in many ways is also very simple because a stock is the same regardless whether you bought it over Interactive Brokers or E-Trade. So you should really just buy the cheapest. And this also implies the general rule is that you should use an online discount broker and typically not go through your bank, especially if you're doing more than a few trades per year. It really makes sense to switch to an online discount broker. But again, I really recommend that you find the cheapest for you. And when you do, please make sure you also check out which brokers that has various bonuses. It might be commission-free trades when you sign up for an account. And when I say the cheapest for you, it really depends on how you trade. You have brokers that have very low commissions for stocks, and then you have other brokers who are really good if you primarily buy options. Also keep in mind that some of the more expensive brokers, especially banks, they might even charge you for having an account on top of the commissions that they're charging you. So you were asking which broker we use. I reside in Denmark, and for that reason I have a Danish broker, but it's the same principle. And another thing that's applicable to a lot of our listeners is do not only look at commissions, but also the conversion fee that you might be using if you're juggling different currencies. We'll make sure to link to the show notes to the page you referred to, John, with our favorite American brokers and our thoughts or recommendation about that. We also link to a video that Preston did about which American broker he uses and why. And we also have a quick discussion there about the best international broker. We typically prefer First Trade because it's the cheapest. But whenever it comes to international brokers, it's very difficult because of all the regulation. So it's a bit tricky to have like a one-size-fits-all due to regulation.
I really don't have too much more to add to what Stig had already said. I think he really kind of hit the high points there. The only caveat that I would have is the YouTube video that I made from a couple years back about which brokers I use and the methodology and how I think through kind of what Stig described there. This is before Robinhood was really kind of a broker. And I think that it's really important for people to, specifically here in the United States, to look into Robinhood. And I say that because to conduct a trade on the Robinhood platform is completely free. To even do options trading is completely free on Robinhood. And I believe, I'm not 100% sure, but I believe there's no annual fees or anything like that. So I would tell you to look into that in addition to some of the tools and resources that we have out there. And the video that Stig was talking about is still a good resource because it helps a person understand the difference between a discount broker and just a traditional broker that you'd go through.
That's it. Preston and I will continue explaining investing, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button.